you. My pleasure having you on the other side of radio, waiting to air your views on the issues that would be under review. And it's, always, irrespective of the diverse opinions, it is always a pleasure coming on Hard Facts. Yes, that's the name of the show, Hard Facts. Yeah, we're going hard with the issues trending, with the issues affecting the economy, with the issues affecting the polity in terms of politics and, everything. And so many issues trending. The protests is trending. The military has said a thing or two. Yes, some week is in the news about the protests again. The president is insisting. The Oba of Benin, yes, you heard me right, is subtly asked for the suspension of the protest. Right now, one of the BOT members of the PDP is on national TV talking about the protest. The lawmakers are asking the protests to be dusted. We've got youth organizations from the northern part of the country, from Delta State, the Urobo side of Delta State, from Lagos. We've seen student union bodies coming out to say, hey, we would not be a part of the protest. So many methods are being used. Of course, is it Oro? I don't know how to pronounce the words. I'm not Yoruba, but you can help me if you are Yoruba. But there is the festival that they have also put in somewhere in Lagos from the 1st to the 15th, and many people are saying, hey, this might just be another method to ensure that the protest does not happen in Rivers or across the country. Now we have the DSS. Oh, is it the DSS now? Sorry about that. The Defense Ministry, yeah, I think so. It's the Defense Headquarters now, coming out to say, they do think that the protests will be hijacked. Remember yesterday we talked about the police, making a statement about, the IGP to be specific, making a statement about the protests. But now we've had the Defense Headquarters come out to say a thing or two about the protest. So yeah, the protest is trending. I've got APC governors also saying they don't know why Nigerians want to protest. Why? Why? They don't understand. So yeah, protest. There's also the political situation in Rivers State that is also trending just yesterday. And you see, when I bring up conversations, I'm made to look like a bad person, that I've taken sides. But just yesterday we talked about it, and I remember reiterating that I do not need, what side, tell me what side you belong to. Let's talk solution. And just as we were talking, the news broke that in Ikwerre local government area, in Obio local government area, in some parts, there was the violence that occurred as a result of the political tussle in Rivers State. Yeah, so those are the things that are currently trending, worthy of news, so to say. Maybe you can add. I beg your pardon. The APC chairperson in acting capacity here in Rivers State saying, there is the possibility that Rivers State government is playing man-no-man with the palliative from the federal government. Apart from that, I don't think we've got very strong issues, very, very extremely strong issues to talk about. But you know how we do it on the show. We will try to see how we can look at the various trending stories, because this is a current affairs show. This is a social-political show. And enough of the introduction. I am Kalada Kurubata, but remember, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we active on X. Nigerian 2PH is the handle. That being said, welcome. So, my first big story, because usually we start with the big stories, then the topical issue, 5 o'clock, and 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and then we culminate the show 6 o'clock hour. And at the top of each hour we've got a news bulletin, right? So the big stories will start now. First big story is the crisis in Rivers State, and I am looking at it from the prism that the crisis is worsening. I tried to say that yesterday. Some people sent in WhatsApp messages to say, oh no, this is not supposed to be the conversation we should be having. Oh, you're not supporting this person or that person. However, so yesterday, the reports that we've seen has made us believe that there was an outreach by the Ministry of Health for women in Akpor. I mean, I stand to be corrected if my facts are not right? But that's what the reports have said. And this move by the Ministry of Health for women, some pregnant women as well, was disrupted because of, allegedly, political differences by brothers and sisters from the same local government. See, yesterday's conversation was, how do we make it about the people? And see, I'm somewhat relieved that this happened to show you that it's never about the people. Now, I don't want to ask or talk about who's right or wrong, but what has happened in the local government called Akpor, Eliozu to be precise, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Now, what has happened there shows you that even if I am not happy with your government or you're not happy with my government, why is it that the community people would have to pay for it? I'm just curious. I'm asking this question because I don't know. I'm failing to understand it. Now, for Ikwerre local government, the story has it that the two fighting, whoever was fighting, none of my business once again, but the two fighting disrupted the palliative sharing. Now, you and I, we've looked at the economy, and we all have agreed the economy is bad, right? And something has to be done about it. Now, when the palliatives were shared, we all still agreed that the palliatives may not solve the problem, right? However, the palliatives have been shared. But because of two fighting, disruptions were done, people were wounded, and my goodness, once again, the people were not taken into cognizance. And guess what? When I open the phone lines, there will be pro this party and there will be pro that party. But who is pro the people? That's the question nobody asks. And when I try to ask that question, I'm the bad person. Interesting, right? But let's look at what 6 a.m. bulletin carried this morning. The CTC chairman of Ikwerre Council called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, to take immediate action against the immediate past chairman of the council. At a media briefing in Port Harcourt, Dr. Orji accused Dr. Wanosike of orchestrating an attack that involved shooting women and youths and destroying vehicles during the distribution of federal government palliatives in Akpani and Umerelu communities. He said it is not the first time Dr. Wanosike and his group have attacked innocent citizens because of their support for the administration of Governor Fubara. Now, I should say, that's an allegation. You know what I will always say? That is an allegation. We would have to wait for the police, to do the needful and do their investigations, even though they are now being accused of taking sides. The conversations are getting really interesting. But let's take a listen to what he said.
Someone wants to get himself with some policemen when they are shot at the women and the videos are viral. As I speak to you, I can take you to the hospital where you see our people lying in pains with gun shots. I don't know how they are going to survive. Their vehicles battered. If not for the grace of God, I would have also been killed. I have said over time that politics is not a do-or-die affairs. It is not because we are afraid. We can defend our territory, but because we have chosen not to share the blood of any person. Because of the peaceful disposition of the governor, His Excellency the governor of Rivers State. Otherwise, we would have taken the war to them. Someone wants to get is not an outlaw. I also say it very clear. We can take the war to them. And I won for the last time as the chairman of Ikwerre local government, sitting today as the CTC chairman. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. If the IG cannot do anything, the Commissioner of Police cannot do anything, then they will leave us with no choice other than to take laws into our hands and protect ourselves. And I don't pray it gets to that point. I pray that someone should be reminded that his tenure has elapsed and he should go home and sleep. If you love your people, will you attack them with guns and bullets? Because Governor of River State have asked us to keep quiet. And I said, no, this is the last time I'm going to take this rubbish. If someone attempt it again, then it means that they are looking for will come to their doorsteps.
All right. I do hope someone can tell Darlington RG to give peace a chance. Let's not take the war to anybody, or let's not do two fighting, please. When I do come back, I will get Samuel Wanosike's response, and we will go to Obio Akpor, where the CTC chairman also spoke about the incident that happened somewhere in Eliozu. Or is it Elios now? Someone help me with the pronunciation. But a quick commercial. Yeah, a quick one. You and I will come back. And when we do, we will talk some more. Please do stay tuned. A chant in Rivers State, but hey, it has to be about the people, right? Let's focus on the people. Well, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. Before I get into the fray once again, you're welcome. 27 minutes gone past 3 p.m. I am Kalada Korubatabo. Remember, you can watch us live on Facebook, Nigerian for PH, YouTube, Nigerian for PH, X, Nigerian for PH. Guess what? We are having hard facts, and we're looking at the big stories. And number one is the worsening situation of the politicking in Rivers State, and we particular about sheeting of the swords until maybe it's electoral process or electoral season or whatever. But the immediate past chairman of Ikwerre local government area of Rivers State, Samuel Wanosike, denied involvement in this week's clash in Akpani and Omerelu communities. He told our correspondent that the clash was between local vigilantes in Omerelu community and those allegedly hired from Rumodumaya to the area by the caretaker committee chairman of Ikwerre Council, Darlington Oji. So Darlington accused Wanosike accused Darlington. The politics. Well, let's take a listen.
That technology went to Rumodumaya and gathered Rumodumaya Ospak, and they gathered these men and they came to the Ikwerre local government and started shooting at people. But what they forgot to know is that every community is properly policed by local vigilantes, and the local vigilantes took offense that you cannot bring vigilante people outside our community and come and invade us. We will resist it, and that was what happened. I challenged Darlington Technology to provide one person that was attacked in today's function, because it was see them, because they want to hide this matter, that came around and destroyed their own vehicles.
All right, it's really getting interesting, like I said, but it's sad. It's a sad one.
To attack those who are supporting the governor. We are law-abiding people because we love peace. And our principal has said we should be calm. What they want is for somebody to die, but we said no. Our calling is President to call his men to order, including him, Mr. President, to call him to order. Because the IG has taken side. You can go to one part of River State. All the local government councils have been sieged by the police. A program that is being done by the River State Ministry of Health, right? The matters are able to sponsor the police and the CS Masalachi to come and stop what we are doing. And as a local government, we want to call on Chief Barrister Wike that he should concentrate in what he's doing in Abuja and allow Rivers people to rest. They are trying to tarnish the image of his government. So Mr. President should immediately call Nyesom Wike to order. And I want to also appeal to Mr. President to sack the Inspector General of Police because he's now a politician. He has taken side. He's more or less an essay to the Minister of FCT. And Rivers people are saying, Indian people are saying, we have rejected them, we're not going to support them. So no amount of intimidation will force us to support them. I want to call on our people to remain calm and continue to pray for our governor. Rivers State cannot be for sale. Wike has done this story for 8 years, for God's sake. You should allow peace to reign in our state. Go to Abia State, go to Ebonyi. Everywhere is quiet. Why is it that it's only Rivers State? I'm aware that the IG said they should arrest me.
All right, interesting conversation, but let's switch it now. Let's go to protest. Remember, that's the other trending thing happening in the country, and I'm going to run quickly. I'm going to mix. I'm going to join both the second and third big stories together. Now it's about protests. Military warns against August 1st protesters. Or warns August 1st protesters against anarchy, right? That's how I put it on Facebook. And the story goes that it seems like the people who want to protest intending to go the Kenyan way, trying to cause anarchy, and the military will not sit idly or sit by and watch the nation taken into some anarchy state, right? And so the military is warning the protesters. I do not know if they're saying the protesters should not protest, because the military chief who spoke said yes, it is the right of Nigerians to protest, but it should not go the way Kenyan protesters gone. Remember, the Kenyan people started with ending a tax policy and then moved to the parliament, and from the parliament now they're asking for the president to resign. So the story that we do have says the defense headquarters says it has uncovered a plot by mischief makers to attack car owners, landlords and smartphone users during the planned End Bad Governance protest slated for next month. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, at a press briefing in Abuja, hinted that the organizers of the planned protest intend to replicate the recent protest turn anarchy demonstration in Kenya. All right. So that is the situation of things. That is where the military is now saying that it will go after people. It will not stand by or stand idly and watch the country thrown into the doldrums. Interesting. However, it's not just the military that has spoken, and not just the defense. Okay, I think it's the same with the defense headquarters. But the APC governors are also talking. By the way, Nyesom Wike was in the news today yet again saying, shun the protest. It is not the way to go. It will not solve the problem. Let's see. Where is it now? I'm just going to read because I'm racing against time, but I'm going to try. Is that Tinubu is working to address hunger. That's, Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. Now, he has advised residents of the territory not to partake in the planned protest by some sections of Nigerians. Wike appealed while interacting with residents after he inspected the ongoing construction of Saburi Road in Abuja on Thursday. Now, the news agency of Nigeria reports that some sections of Nigerians have planned to embark on a peaceful protest over hunger and insecurity in the country beginning on August 1. Now, the minister said that President Bola Tinubu was aware of the problem and working hard to address the challenges. Now, describing the current hunger and suffering as a temporary situation, the minister said that the ongoing reforms and policies would soon yield the desired results. The FCT minister is not the only one who has spoken. the 36 state governors have come out to also give a statement as it relates to the protests. And the 36 state governors, under the aegis of the Nigeria Governors Forum, have reinstated their commitment towards enhancing the security of lives and property at the subnational. Now, the governors spoke when the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, briefed them during the Wednesday meeting that entered into the early hours of yesterday on the planned nationwide protest scheduled for August the 1st to 10th that has heightened tension in the country. On his part, Malam Ribadu promised to support the governors in improving security architecture at the subnational level. Now, the question is, are you still sure, for those of you who are pro-protest, that protesting at this time with the whole attention it has garnered, with the whole, because even the Oba of Benin has put out a statement and he's saying, please do not protest. Please let your idea of protest be shelved. And it's coming from the palace. It says, arising from the emergency meeting of the National Executive Committee of the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria held in Abuja on Monday, let's leave that. Just take it. The Oba wishes to appeal to the general public to give the federal government enough time to implement its economic policies that will alleviate the present hardship being experienced by Nigerians. Okay, so even the Oba has joined the fray. Let's see. Did I miss out on any other persons? APC governors saying we understand that there is economic pain, but relief is on the way. But they went ahead to say, we don't even know why there is the protest. We don't know why you are protesting. Daily Trust captions it like this: we don't know what Nigerians are protesting for. And it goes on to say, governors elected under the platform of the ruling All Progressives Congress have said they lack knowledge of the reason for the planned nationwide protests in the country. Do you want to tell them? For those of you who are pro-protest, maybe you want to tell them, enough of me talking. Time is fast spent. I've got, 24 minutes to the top of the hour. So I'm going to leave that 24 minutes for you to call in and tell me what your views are as it relates to the issues that are on the big stories today. Remember, you can call me with the number 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. Let's get your thoughts and let's talk for development, right? Let's see, do I have calls already? Because I know I have a lot of messages. On Facebook, the live stream is, I think it's been cut short. I think we're having network issues, right? But let's keep trying. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome. Welcome. What is on your mind?
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. I hope you are awake from the shock of yesterday's local government conversation. I saw your post on Facebook. Welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, right. I was actually shocked.
Okay.
At the amount of money that my local government is receiving, and yet nothing to show for it. It's all right. Going forward, today is a discussion. Rivers politics worsens as violence erupts in Rivers State. It's really unfortunate that we keep on playing this kind of politics. We should be playing politics of development. How does this benefit us as a people?
All right.
We've been calling on radio that we want peace. As a youth, I'm an MSc holder, and there's nothing to show. It's really unfortunate that we're in this kind of environment where we have so much resources, yet the people are impoverished. So I think that the government at all levels should prioritize how they can benefit and develop this state, rather than involve us in prices every now and then. It's really unfortunate. Now the military is giving out warnings to people, the protesters. Ordinarily, I would have joined this protest, but the problem I have here is that who is the face of the protest? Now, assuming that there will be a room for dialogue, because if you're protesting, there must be a reason why you're protesting. And if they go to call for the dialogue, labor that is supposed to protect the interests of the Nigerian population, they have backed out that they did not organize the protest. So who is going to be the face of the protest?
All right, Clinton.
It's rather very unfortunate.
All right.
Then APC governor claiming that they don't know why Nigerians want to protest.
Clinton, I've got to go. Michael from Borokiri. Welcome, Michael. Welcome.
Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon, Michael.
Canada.
I can hear you.
The people that will be on the street on the 1st or the 10th are the faces of the protesters.
Okay.
If I would be one of them, I'll be one of the faces. They don't need to mention that due to security reasons.
Okay.
If anybody is expecting people's names to be called on the radio, I don't think it's not wise. They don't like people want to protest. It is an insult. It is an insult to injury. Because I'm not advocating for the violence and Kenyan way, but we are positive to take out from Kenyan's way. Do you know that the president of Kenya has readjusted the government? The parliament have done something concerning what people are protesting for.
But yes. they're still protesting. You know.
I know they are still protesting. They are still pushing on now. What is happening in Kenya? It is very described as so they are still fighting on until they achieve their target. So what I'm saying in essence that the APC governors that are saying they don't understand, it shows that they are insensitive to what they are going through.
All right.
That is why this protest is needed.
All right.
That is the of Nigerians need the expenses that these guys are putting on to be cut short. People are calling for
But really, Michael, let me pause you. Looking at how tense things are, do we really need this protest? Really? I mean, don't you think, don't you think the message has already been passed across? I mean, with the way people have, with the way the government is reacting, they may have heard you.
You and I know that this government, it's not only the government, it has been a correct gentleman. They don't listen to talk. They like action. But now ask yourself, ask if they're supposed to be on strike, to be on protest rather. They suspended it because of what they have been asked. The Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University, the same thing, ask for the same thing. And tell me which sector that have protested.
All right, Michael, I've got to go. I've got to go. I've got Obed from Trosamadi. Obed, welcome.
Yes, Kalada. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Obed. Let's get you.
Yes, Kalada. APC governors saying that they don't know what this one Nigerians are.
Why do Nigerians want to protest? They're wondering. They're asking.
Now, it tells you to disconnect to the current reality Nigerians are facing. These people do not know the meaning of life outside the government house where they are staying because they have everything at their beck and call. They kill cow every day and share among themselves and their family. They don't go to market to buy commodities. They don't go to petrol station to buy fuel. Everything is free. So why would they know the reason why Nigerians are protesting? They would not know the meaning.
But Obed, all of these things that you've mentioned, according to Nyesom Wike, according to the Information Minister Idris, according to the Oba of Benin, according to all of these people who have spoken, they say the president is working to, correct some of these anomalies you've mentioned. So, for instance, CNG is not going to be reeled out, so petrol price would, somewhat come down as a result of the competition. They've talked about food distribution, opening the borders so that food can come in. They've talked about some of these other things that you've mentioned. So, don't you think we should give the government time?
The protest will still not stop those things.
Okay.
You can go ahead so that the people will see that you are doing what they are demanding. I mean, it doesn't. Why are we making it as if a protest is one kind, a big thing that protest happen, the country is going to vanish? Protest is constitutionally guaranteed right.
Okay.
For over 1 year, since ever the president make that announcement of subsidy, can you pinpoint one thing that is working other than appropriation to buy vehicles for themselves and all that? What has worked? So if the APC governor is telling you, the FCC minister is telling you, these people do not know the life, the meaning. FCC minister has one position to another. Ever since he got up as a man, he doesn't know the meaning of life outside government. So he shouldn't know the reason why they don't want to protest.
All right, Obed, thank you.
All
right, thank you very much. I've got gifts who is in Yenagua. Gift, welcome all the way from Yenagua. Let's get you to
Thank you. Good afternoon, my brother.
good afternoon to you.
The people you mentioned, Oba of Benin, Ezebonyi Sewike, City Minister, Minister for Information, I align myself with them. Just like what Clinton was telling us earlier. Tell me, did you expect the president to solve all the problems within a year? But if Tony Okosha is calling the governor of Rivers State to account within this same period, listen to us, Kalada. Let's be truthful to ourselves.
So it's a totally different. We're not focused on Tony Okocha versus we're looking at the protest.
I'm talking about protest. I'm talking about somebody calling you to an account. That within this 1 year, what have you done with the resources?
So let's see. So now listen. When it comes to the governor, we would go to the governor and say, "Oh, what have you done?" But right now, it's not the governor, that we're talking about.
And I can even tell you,
go ahead,
the 36 state governors concerning this protest. Do you know that it is because of the subsidy? Listen to them in the social media. I'm there with them. I'm also a youth, and I will not be part of it. And I'm telling you, these governors that have been receiving these funds, that are even collecting local government funds allegedly, that led to the president going to Supreme Court to solve these problems. That is what we and other people are telling us. That man has come to fix the system. This man has been dishing out these funds to these governors. What are they doing in their various states? Lands belong to state governors. Where are the farms? You will heap all the blame. You think that Nigeria belongs to just the president or you and me? What about our governors?
I've got to go.
I will not stop calling them because it's as if now it is the problem of the president. The president has been turning out these funds. They share these things. Gifts. 52%.
So let's talk a bit of economics, but I've got to let you go, by the way. But I just want to say this. Do you know that the macroeconomy to a large extent affects the micro? So yes, I agree with you. The governors have roles to play in our productivity and industrialization, and whether the macro affects the micro. But I've got to go. Thank you very much. I've got JJ from Port Harcourt Township. JJ, welcome.
Canada.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Canada. Let's be frank to ourselves. Yes, governors receive money. Local government chairmen receive money. Which policy has hit hard on the people more? The president, on the very first hour that is entering as president, said subsidy is gone. No provision for refineries to work, no provision for anything. All you're doing is to treat
JJ.
It's still going on.
JJ, that might not be entirely true, because when subsidy was withdrawn, the monies were shared by everybody. Local government, states government.
35% for loan.
It's not about it. No. JJ, it's.
Canada, I'm coming.
No, we're not talking. You've not understood me.
Fine.
We're not talking loans now. We're talking about FAC increase.
How do you invest without loan?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
How do you invest? Dangote took loan from CBN to build this refinery. If he's paying 35%, how does he survive?
Okay.
These are the issues now. You can't even see money. The other day I went to the ATM, whatever, to do a withdrawal. They said the only money I can withdraw is 5,000 naira. What if I'm traveling to a place that I need to pay like 30,000 naira? You say I should withdraw only 5,000 naira. It is the federal policies that are killing us. All those put together, the refinery belong to who? The NNPC working for who? But that's not why I called anyway.
Okay, let's hear why you called.
The outreach, the health program and everything. Now, people say there was clash. Clash how? People invade where women, children are taking treatment, healthcare. Even where you have war, Second World War, First World War, Gaza versus Israel, Russia versus Ukraine. They have not attacked any hospital before. But a policeman
not entirely
moved from
true.
the house,
Not entirely
moved
true.
to a place, smoking, women, children. Canada, did you see the picture or the video of a little girl of about less than 10 years that was struggling for our life as a result of going to that place. Where is the humanity in us? And this one is telling us, is this so? Is Kesheka this so? And the one is not denying. Well, what will happen for good house? Go happen for foul house one day.
Right.
But for me, I want to commend Chijoke Uwo for not taking laws into his hand. I want to also commend Aliti Noji for not also taking laws into his hand to make sure that...
All right, JJ, thank you.
Police are inside the IG.
All right, thank you.
Of this. Don't become an SA.
JJ, thank you. AB from Choba, welcome, AB. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Kalada, man of the people. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Let me start from the Chief of Army Staff.
Okay.
I want to advise him to borrow from his colleague in Kenya, who rather cautioned or warned the police from shooting at innocent protesters. He shouldn't be intimidating us. We are not his problem. If ordinary bandits and Boko Haram that have no, quality, not even quality education, they have no education whatsoever, will have all the intelligence to be ambushing our military. And the military will not have intelligence to know where these guys are to, crack them down. Then he should be ashamed of himself. That anytime they talk about, anything protest in Nigeria, you see them come out to talk about, we have uncovered intelligence and all of that. So we have this kind of intelligence in the military, and our military men are dying in droves in the north.
Having let me correct something.
In fact, they acknowledge that the economy is fighting, and at the same time they turn around to say they don't know why Nigerians want to protest.
Okay.
Is that not double standing? It shows you that these guys have nothing to offer.
Right.
It shows you that they don't have solution to the economical problem that is, facing this country currently now.
Right.
And for what is going on in Rivers State, whether you talk about for or against, the truth is that the people must know that when you serve out your time, you go to your village or go to Abuja and rest.
All right then.
People have made so much money.
I've got to go.
And the state is not demanding that they return it.
All right, Abi, I'm sorry that I've got to go. But I need to correct something you said. You said something about, what did you say again? Oh my, I totally forgot. Okay, intelligence. Now, having intelligence does not mean that, some of these things would not happen. I'm just saying. But Kalada, how long shall we continue to wait on the police investigation in Rivers political violence? Ugo June Justice is asking that question. Enoch from Other Judge says, I can authoritatively tell you, though allegedly, then how is it authoritatively? But anyways, he went ahead to say that what happened at Elios yesterday was the handiwork of those who never won peace in Rivers State. God's Power says, good afternoon, Mr. KDB. My name is Odiadi God's Power Positive from Ususu JK1. Political crisis in Rivers State is a shame, and it is caused by people who want to be in governance forever. And my worries are that some of your callers, both women and men, are singing praises of such politicians. They should go to Delta State and learn how politics is played. During the week, caretaker committee chairmen were constitutional. Today, caretaker committee chairmen are unconstitutional. All right, you should understand that. Anyways, I'm gonna skip that one. I watched a video where a little child was having difficulty in breathing, trying to find air, and totally restless because of the tear gas shot by the police. This video broke my heart. What political party did that child belong to? What does she know about the so-called political fight going on in this state? I will keep saying this. Rivers State belongs to all of us and not to some greedy and self-serving politicians. If we continue to remain mute and docile, these political gladiators will pull the state down and leave us 100 years backward. We need to come out and put to an end to this nonsense, else we will all suffer tomorrow while these guys go back home to live in their paradise. As for the protest, no matter how much they try to intimidate Nigerians, it will not change our minds. They had opportunities to attend to the problems and challenges of their citizens. Rather, they played deaf ears and kept living in the affluence. The process is here to stay. This country is ours and must work for our good. Lastly, said, please try to start on time. It's not my music has to play. Music has to play, Daniel. And then what again? The news has to come in, right? So I can't help but start sometime around 12 minutes or 14 minutes past 3. So you know how these things work, Daniel. But Daniel, thank you. This one says, when some of us were cautioning them to tread softly, the same people shouting now were urging and pushing the governor to fight on. Even when the governor was eager for peace. I've got a commercial, Asian, I have a commercial. So when I do come back, I read your message. So please do stay with me so we can go for a very quick commercial break. Do stay tuned.